Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prime Time Racing League. Welcome to Tarnation TV. We're doing some broadcasting on a Friday night. It's playoff time. My name is Blaine Darwin, joined by the one and only Andrew Miller. How you doing today, buddy? Thanks for coming in here on short notice.
Oh, dude, it's a pleasure. Anytime I get to be in the booth with you, no matter which end it's on, you and I always just have such a blast with this. And thank you for reaching out and bringing me on board, man. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, thanks for, like I said, thanks for being in here. Rod had a last-minute thing come up. Fridays are tough for him to get in here. You know, it's just some guys can make certain days work. Rod can sometimes make Fridays work. So sometimes we just have a secondary co-host, and if Rod does make it, it turns into a three-man broadcast. But yeah, he'll be back in here. I think on Sunday we'll be doing the Super Speedway Series over at ASR. But we're not there right now. We're at Prime Time Racing League. I was talking to you about this before the, just in the pre-race thing, before we were live, of how tight of a ship that Graham McDonald runs over here at Prime Time with Keith and his whole crew. Like, the website is very basic, but I love it because everything I need, I can get to it. We'll be showing you updated points. This is playoff time, so they got a chart on how people made it into the playoff spots they're in, and it's all just there. You need the track. There's links to download tracks, mods, car files, everything else. So yeah, very nice website, I must say. Very professional league over here at Prime Time.
It's easy to find stuff in there. I was obviously using it to get everything set up for getting in here myself, and yeah, they're very easy to navigate, very easy to find what you need, and a healthy league too. I mean, I'm looking at TeamSpeak here. We got 29 guys, it looks like, that are going to be running this thing. You're at what is a modified Talladega, so it's going to be big.
And I've got logged into the server right now. We've got 32 people online, so that's us broadcasting, so 30 drivers. So this should be something else, especially coming into the playoffs. We're currently looking at the current points for the season just to see the total number of drivers. Some of them are a different color because I actually clicked on them. Their website's so cool, you can actually click on the driver name. Like there you can see Eric Lovell. I could click on him and actually see his career stats with the league. So it looks like 44 drivers have came and went throughout this season number 5 of the Friday Night Truck Series here at Prime Time Super Speedway, which is a version of Talladega.
And rapidly modified.
Yes, it has been modified. They've got their names on the walls, and I always like the night version. The night version of this track is always super cool because they don't race at night at Talladega.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, and yeah, that's what we've got for tonight. There's always just something about the aesthetic of a night version of any racetrack, no matter if it's real or not. That just looks absolutely awesome, and this track is no exception.
I wonder when you create a track in here if it's tough to. I kind of think the whole thing would have to be restructured, like retextured and like rebuilt. I don't know if it's as easy as just flipping a switch that says night. You're seeing how old this thing is.
Buddy, fired up here.
In a newer game, probably. Like if you built something in Unreal Tournament, you could just click on the sun and then drag it away and everything would go dark. but here, that's not the case. You can't do that with a game from 2003. Like you've literally got to retexture the whole thing. So a lot of work went into this, making it a night track.
And the fact that there's even tracks that have a day to night cycle, I think that the first, there's a version of Homestead in Kentucky that I know can do that. I can't. If anyone in chat can correct me on this, but I think it's SDT that did that.
No way.
Or I could be wrong on that. But I definitely know that there is a Homestead day to night version. And to your point, it's like you got to restructure the whole thing for it to look like nighttime. how on earth do you pull off something like that? That's obviously something that the track designers would know a little bit more about than I.
Yeah, once you learn the inside and out of this thing, you're like, I wonder if we could do this. You know, it's got something to do with who knows, you know, maybe there's a way to do it. I've never messed around with building tracks. I couldn't even contemplate doing that, but yeah, here tonight, full house, 32 people logged into the server, into qualifying right now, which reminds me, did I remember to abort? No, I didn't. There I did. Sorry, guys. There we go.
Same. That.
I
Yeah, we
just
are
realized that.
qualifying right now.
Was panning around the track there, and I was like, whoopsies. Let's see here. So there's a screen. The Friday Night Truck Super Speedway Series Chase standings. Drivers in green are locked in on winning races. Drivers in red are locked in on points collection. The two guys at the bottom are the alternates. So we were being told that Alex Moe was being swapped out for Keith Bynum, because Bynum and Bombard at the bottom are the alternates if one of those guys above them doesn't show up tonight.
You think that Alex actually made it like at the last second, so I think he's good to go.
Alex is legendary for that. Like, we're qualifying at 9 o'clock, and then at 8:59 and 33 seconds, he'll join. It's just when you're about to replace him, you're like, well, we got to wait till 9. Alex might show up, and here he is.
He'll jump in at the last second, and then he'll go out there and he'll kick everyone's butt.
He'll show you how to do it. Yeah.
He is a fantastic super speedway racer. I've seen him a few times also at Fast, and yeah, he's a wheelman. I mean, that goes for a lot of these guys, but Alex Moe is definitely one of them. So I would watch for that 48 to be pretty dangerous tonight. Obviously, to the super speedway, though, so you never know what you're going to get. And a lot of these guys that have run a lot, and I mean a lot, of super speedways in their time.
I wonder... and you watch how they run it, and you know that they've been running, especially Talladega seems to be a fan favorite. You know, you're just like, okay, well, what other tracks do you drive on? Some of these guys probably strictly stick to it.
Yeah, it's it's certainly possible. And I mean, I know that a lot of these guys are either like they mix this as well as RTG, which has the Thursday night super, like the Tally Challenge, and of course Prime Time kind of brought over a lot of guys from Talladega Nights, which obviously Talladega Nights, you know, you're primarily running Talladega. Yeah. So when you find when it's a track that you run at the most, just because that's just how the series is, you're going to get good at it. You're going to figure it out. And that becomes your strong suit. And that is the case, I definitely think, for a lot of these guys. I think of the levels that are in this race. They are always working together and always finding their way to the front. So I think that this is going to be very competitive. I have not the slightest clue of who's going to be the favorite here, because anybody in this group, I think, is capable. Yeah.
And teamwork. That's another massive thing of super speedway racing, is the teamwork. So that's the story, really. Who is going to come out here? Who's going to stick together? And who's going to get this done? They're currently in a driver meeting. We've got a 10-minute happy hour on the clock here. So these guys will be testing their pit cycles and where they're sitting. It's not completely full with 43 drivers, so nobody's going to have to worry about getting those back 5 or 6 that, you know, those first initial pit stalls are brutal. But when you've got a few less drivers, which, like I said, 31, it looks like 31 are starting. A little bit easier getting into pit road.
Yeah. Trying to get it all the way woed up from, like basically going from full speed all the way down to 0. If you've got like the 40th pit stall, That
Well, and
that's tough.
yeah, and you're doing it in a way where like you're actually slowing down before the commitment line because you don't want to overshoot your pit stop.
Oh yeah, overshooting. Like even going from 55 to 0, right? When you're like even toward the front of pit lane, I can't tell you how many times I've done that. It
Yeah,
is very easy to do.
as these guys are out here practicing this evening, we're just kind of on track, just zooming around in the drone cam here. As always, thanks to Tyler Mallon for designing FreeCam. Who knew that was a thing? New app that I found a couple days ago called Goody Dash. That thing's crazy. So many utilities for this old thing. Keep it going. Love it. Let's take a look at some of these guys on track here. Let's lock this camera down. And go for a ride. Just look at some of these rides before we get going here. And who's out here practicing? Well, Pat McCarskey. Pat McCarskey seems to have a brand new truck or car or whatever, a new paint job every single night of the week. This guy is in the paint shop all the time. Pat's cool. He's always here. Doesn't matter what league you're in, you can probably find a Pat McCarskey hanging around. Mark Paglia's got that 28. And he just purposely spun out the 55 of Ken Roberts. Ken will not forget that.
Hags is another guy that's going to be dangerous up there at the front, as would the 55.
Yeah. Billy Alsor in there too, the 26th, the Mellow Yellow. Ulysses Sandoval on pit road. Mike Mangialardi. Ken's back in the pits. Doug Hewlett's out there. 7-11 of John Godfrey. Yeah.
Classic Pepsi colors.
Craig Hagley in the 82. Randy Waugh. Tim Anderson. Unfortunately, I don't have a car file for Tim. That's a generic. Greg Lovell. 3G Greg Palmer. Brian Lovell. And the 44. Everybody out there practicing their pits. Garland Oaks. Dan Lovell.
Everybody's getting it in, which is good to see. With a 76-lap race, we're more than likely going to have at least a round of green flag pit stops, if not quite a few if we go green, with the fuel window typically being around 18, 19-ish here for CTS Physics at Talladega. I'm just going to call it Talladega for simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, the track has obviously been quite well redone, and I think looks awesome.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, like you say, you got the prime time on the wall right there. All the different color. Obviously, the colors of the walls, too. I keep forgetting about that, too. They can change the color of the wall. I'll bet you that Godfrey had something to do with this. You can see on the screen there, upcoming live broadcast here, back again on Sunday at 7:30 at ASR Super Speedway Series. Of course, we're running Talladega. Maverick has been off for the entire month of July. Pretty much, they ran Daytona 5 Tuesdays in July, and they only used up one of them, so they're back. We will be back with them at Rockingham on Tuesday, and then Indianapolis, and then Michigan, and then Watkins Glen, and then many more after that. But you don't need to see all them. Just subscribe to the channel and tune in on Tuesdays. We're over at Maverick. Who's driving that car? That was the car from... what's the name of that movie?
Which one are you looking at?
I can't believe I can't remember that movie. Maximum Overdrive. Got it.
Oh, okay. Yep, I just saw it on the screen.
Yeah. He's got the Happy Toys.
That's Bombard, is it not?
Yes, it is. The Happy Toys sponsorship. And then, of course,
he's run that as long as I've raced with him.
Yeah, the Goblin on the front. That's cool.
Remember wow, I just unlocked a memory, apparently. The very first online broadcast I ever did, ever, Terry
Okay.
Bombard was in that race, and it was TDR at Martinsville. I remember that.
Martinsville race.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
this
don't think
was 2021, I think.
I don't think I've ever broadcasted a Martinsville race. I don't think I have.
I know that, again, all credit to the Hobo guys who, yes, I have to plug a little bit. Yes,
Oh
I
yeah, go for
broadcast
it.
on Tuesdays as well. I do the Hobo Racing League. Not attempting to direct competition with Blaine here. That was just a coincidence, but
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I remember them even saying like when they asked me to do the full season. I didn't do Daytona because JTN did that one, and I didn't do a Texas race because I was out of state. And there was a third race that I didn't do, and that was a Martinsville race. And they actually said, yeah, you probably aren't going to want to do that one. It's probably going to be way too crash filled. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
Right.
So,
I mean, sometimes you get lucky though. Like a track like
yeah,
Bristol or something, and think it's just going to be a wreck fest, but then you get like the greatest race ever.
like Indianapolis just 3 days ago, that race was awesome.
Yeah.
And there were only like, I think, 4 cautions for incidents and 1 caution for a blown engine.
Yeah, which in my mind doesn't count.
Exactly.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's just a
that
thing that
was
happens.
random.
Yeah. And that
So I'm
was
looking at-
Hobo, right? Is that where you were for that one?
Yeah, yep, that
Yeah.
was Hobo Cup. I'm looking at Kelly Causey right now, and I just got to shout out the Buc-ee's sponsorship. Blaine, I know that this might not pertain to you quite as much, but my goodness, has Buc-ee's just exploded here in the States.
Oh yeah. What is it?
It's like, oh, geez, I don't know what the Canadian equivalent would be. Okay, think the nicest like truck or rest stop that you can think of, but
Okay.
it's also like its own tourist attraction.
Its own what?
Like its own tourist attraction.
Oh really? It's just like a. Okay.
Like
So it's a rest area,
yeah,
like
but
a
at the
travel
same time,
plaza.
but at the same time, it's become so well renowned for just its facilities and its food that people will like if people are traveling, they will travel and try to modify their route with the intention of stopping at a Buc-ee's.
Oh okay. Well, if I ever get down in the States, I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like a good quality place.
Oh my gosh, it's all the hype at work. Every single time that it comes up, everyone's like, "Oh my god, I would gladly drive like 5 hours to go to a Buc-ee's," and I'm like, "Seriously?" I've never
Wow.
been, so I can't confirm.
It's probably just it's probably
I
the
just
simple
think it's
stuff.
funny.
It's just like clean bathrooms, like
Yeah, I even watched,
friendly
like,
restaurants, stuff like that. It goes a long way because there's a lot of dumps.
I watched a mini documentary about Buc-ee's recently, and it was just like, okay, this.
A mini documentary.
Yeah. It basically said like, yeah, it was a documentary that basically was like, how the heck did Buc-ee's become so famous? And I really don't know what the equivalent would be north of the border. I really got nothing.
Probably like a Flying J or something.
Yeah, maybe, but like a Flying J, but like 10 times bigger.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. See, we don't have like a crazy interstate infrastructure, right? We have one main highway that runs across the whole country. Highway 1.
Yeah.
And it, obviously Ontario is the most insane because it's the biggest,
Okay, buddy, fired
most
up here.
populated
Remember,
province.
one switch at a time, turning your stuff on.
But other than
Yeah,
that,
I
we
think-
have no need for these gigantic compounds, right? Like we don't need these truck stops. Like we need them, but they don't need to be like that. Because again, remember, our population for our entire country is like 40 million. That's like Manhattan.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny. I also love how I've gone on this tangent. I'm so sorry to everybody, but you literally just made me realize like how much of a like how much the interstate system that the United States has is its own cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Buc-ee's and with the fact that like the whole "getting there is half the fun" trope. I think that really holds true because
Oop,
That's
gotta
why
retire.
things,
Retire
yeah,
my
you're good.
car. Whoops.
That's why things like roadside tourist attractions and why even rest stops are so well known and so famous. I mean, Bucky's obviously takes the cake, but there's all different chains in different areas, and it's fascinating. I am, as you can tell by the fact that I am not shutting up about this, even though our cars are rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go, rolling out. Race number 1 of the playoffs. Trucks with green spoilers will be the ones that are in contention. There should be 16 of them. Remember, of those 16, the top 8 of those 16 will be moving on to round number 2. And then from that 8, we whittle it down to 4. And then from that 4, we find a winner. Let's see here. So, pole sitter. Josh Slocum on the inside. Brian Lovell on the outside of him. Ken Roberts. Doug Hewlick in row 2. Robert Breedlove. Randy Waugh. Greg Lovell. Kelly Kazi. Mike Mangialardi. Bob Dixon. Greg Palmer. Stephen Brandstetter. Keith Bynum. Craig Hagley. Denny Carroll. Graham McDonald. John Godfrey. Dan Lovell. Bobby Farrell. Garland Oakes. Dennis McCarthy. Garland Oakes again. Tim Anderson. Ulysses Sandoval. Alex Moe. Terry Bombard. Billy Elisar. Mark Paglia. Brian Rawson. Pat McCarsky. Pace Truck. I may have missed a couple because sometimes they pass each other during that whole sequence. Either way.
I think you
Do you
covered
want to
it.
go racing?
I think let's go racing.
Sounds about right. Thanks again for watching, everybody, on the YouTube machine. 76 laps on the clock this evening. Moderate damage, 2 times fuel burn. Puts us in about a 19 to 20 lap window on fuel. So we're going to have to make some pit stops tonight. Josh Slocum. Now, if you get lane choice, can you do that on the parade lap? Probably not.
No,
I didn't think so.
I think you get penalized. But underway here, coming off of turn 2. That's a siren.
That is a siren. Apparently it's on the street beside me because my window's open. These
So
guys...
Javier and Frank in chat there.
Nice paint truck here, Frank Divins. Yeah, he painted that thing. Pace truck. Oh yeah, it's the Talladega Nights pace truck. Yeah, he always makes Frank knows how to edit the pace vehicles. Lap number 1 led by not Josh Slocum. Brian Lovell on the outside.
There's one thing that if this track drives the same way as most of the versions of Talladega or similar tracks that these guys typically run, that middle lane where Brian Lovell, Ken Roberts, Robert Breedlove, that's Breedlove, right? Yeah. Where all those guys are running, that is going to be the best lane to be in because there's a little more grip there. The inside tends to push up a little bit, so it loses more momentum. Yep. Obviously, if they're well formed up like they are right now, then that'll certainly help. But that's why you're seeing the 44 charging at the moment, and with the advantage is because he's not needing to crank the wheel as hard. He's able to run it much smoother. That's a lot harder to do on the inside lane below that first set of dash lines.
And this version of Talladega, I think it came from Talladega Nights, which came from, I believe it was BSR, Burnt Screwdrivers. It's a 3-groove track.
Oh, 3 wide.
With the custom truck setup, the track setup, this like a flawless race.
Oh yeah, it's and especially if you get a third lane working on like the far outside,
Yes.
You can see some big runs being generated up there. These types of tracks are very competitive. It's very easy for tracks to be very inside dominant. Obviously, a lot of these versions are meant to try to negate that, and it's done a great job because, again, you can certainly make the bottom work if you're well formed up enough and you've got enough guys that are able to keep it smooth. That's way easier said than done. You're able to keep it much smoother up there on that outside. And yeah, that 3 wide moment clearly did their momentum in for quite a while, and now we got the top 4, maybe even top 5 trucks that could get clear here off of turn 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that third line will work here. All 3 lines are pretty much equal, the way that it works with the setup on the truck. And everybody's using, it is set to fixed, so everybody has to use the same setup. And it just makes for some great racing. And such a great version of this track. When people choose this version,
hold on. Nope, there they go.
Yeah, they almost saved it.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
We got 2 of them going airborne. That was Garland and I believe the 33.
I can't see him. He's down there somewhere. All right, let's load up a replay for you.
They were starting to go 3 wide, it looks like, and
oh, wow.
A little bit of contact, I think, caused a checkup behind them.
Yeah, there was a little contact. It looks like they almost saved it. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, look at that. They almost actually saved it up there. Oh, and then Garland got around.
Yeah, they were checking up, and Garland off the bumper of Tim Anderson sent them around. But yeah, that was just all in a checkup as those guys were trying to save it. I think Hewlick and Hagley actually managed to save it.
I believe. Look at these guys flying through the air. Oh man, with moderate, that's going to be tough to bounce back from that.
Yeah, I think Garland's toast, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's. He went for quite the ride, to say the least. That Toyota Corolla, whatever that is. What's Toyota? Pickup truck.
That'd be a Tundra, probably.
Tundra, yeah. It wouldn't be a Corolla.
A Corolla on a truck mod would look very interesting.
Yeah, that Toyota Silverado went for some kind of ride.
Silverado.
Yeah, just start making words up. So.
Yeah, it's what Toyota Opel McLaren.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff or Bob Dixon.
Whoa there, fellas. Oh, Randy Watt. Oh, my goodness. We've got major calamity on pit road here.
Yep, calamity. They've actually parked at the back. Paglia just parked it and is watching. They got stacked up in there somehow.
Let me see what happened there. That's a nasty one.
Bob Dixon got a little bit sideways coming in there, and it just caused a bottleneck.
Wow, yeah, this is way. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. This was like up at the very front.
Yeah.
And just all accordion.
As we watch everybody coming off pit road, this yellow flag brought to you in part by Mellow Yellow.
Okay, yeah, Ken Roberts had a hard check up all of a sudden because he just got too close to Brian Lovell, and that's just according to them all behind him. So very, very front car that ended up causing that one. And then, yeah, as far as that big crash, definitely could have been a lot worse as far as the number of cars that were involved, but there's definitely going to be at least 2 of them that I don't think are going to be competitive anymore if they even stay in the race.
Yeah, my scoring currently showing Oaks as 1 lap down. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to continue after that airborne style. Sometimes you get up at the fence there, it'll take your engine out. And other times not. You know, you might just get the right amount of damage.
I don't think he's out there anymore. I think he may have called it.
Some very cool paint jobs out here tonight. I love all this stuff. Some more trucks coming down pit road again.
Let's put these guys at 70 to go here, so they're still going to be in our window of that would be 1, 2. I can't math.
No mapping. Yeah, you always see that happen in the back half of the field. Will come back down just for a quick top up. And you know what? They'll get that extra lap or two, and if it's green flag condition, have to go. Now, I don't believe you get a penalty if you don't get service. So you could just drive straight through and you'll be fine. Go around and then pit again when it's open, and you'll be okay. Or take service and then be penalized under the longest line. Sometimes you have to take the service because you might not have enough fuel to make it all the way around.
Been there once or twice. Yeah, you just start throwing in the clutch as hard as you can if you're in that predicament.
Yeah.
But another nice thing about topping off with fuel is when you do make that pit stop, if you opt to end up pitting with the group, you'll have a lot more fuel already in the tank, so your pit stop will actually be slightly shorter and can gain you track position.
Right. Yeah, if you're talking like even like half a second, you can get the hop on a couple of guys.
Oh yeah, every bit counts, especially at this place. As Frank sent you the 33 apparently.
Oh. I wonder. Well, lights off? Lights are off. We'll have to wait.
Yeah, I was going to say next caution.
Maybe not right now.
Yeah, I've had to do that too, where I've had to like completely bail out of the game to get my GNL to work.
Yeah,
because I've been a dope and closed out of NR when I had GNL open, which completely messed it up and had
it's
to
like waiting for
fix it on the
NASCAR to
fly.
start. You're like, it is started. It just doesn't see it. You have to like
Exactly,
reboot everything. Yeah.
Yep, you got to reboot it all.
Yep. Shut it all down, wait 10 seconds, turn it all back on, fire up the game. That way it'll actually grab the game, because if GNL doesn't grab the game, you're out of luck.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, and then, you know what? It works, because you have to turn on Apache and GNL, and then when the game comes on, it will attach to the game, and it's able to pull the information out of the game, and that's how you get those tickers, and I can display what lap we're on, you know, because that's real-time data coming out of the game. But
Josh Mercurio, hey.
Oh, there he is. Is it already Sunday? No. No, it's not. Currently focused on Brian Lovell, the 44 inside row, your leader as of right now. Pace truck will get the heck out of the way.
We had 29 drivers officially start this race. 28 are on the lead lap. Garland Oaks has called it a night after flying the catch fence.
Yep.
Can't really fault him for that. The 33, though, is apparently still at it. I don't know how he's going to be speed-wise. That might be a little sketchy.
Curious.
He's still at it. Oh, man, and he's actually like right in the middle of the field, so this could get dicey.
He's pretty banged up, too. You can see the spoiler on that thing isn't sitting level. So he took some rear-end damage on that, which isn't too bad on a super speedway, depending on... I mean, and again, visually, yeah, how the car is damaged or how it looks. You know, this sim was made in 2003, so Palmer going to help get him up to speed there. Tim Anderson has the rookie stripes on the back of his truck.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to get up to speed. I mean, good grief, the guy went like 50 feet in the air. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, Palmer was giving it a try to get him up to speed, but he had to bail on it. Yeah, Tim's going to go backwards. He tried to help him up to speed there, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, before you compromise yourself.
Yeah.
He's not giving them a lot of room there, but they'll navigate that.
Again, that middle line, like you were talking about, it's going to form up and it's going to roll forward.
Borderline 3 wide back there. They sort that out. Doug Hewlick on the outside. He was also involved in that wreck, so don't know how much damage he might have, if any.
Sometimes you'd be surprised, you know, that top line is trucking. Get it? Trucking.
Ah.
I love that camera angle. That spectator camera on this camera pack is amazing. Shout out to NR Clips.
So you got a great spectator cam going there. I just moved my camera file from the RTG version over here, and I probably didn't even need to do that because they're probably the same. But I was like, it's what I'm used to.
Yeah,
the cameras are great except for spectator.
Yeah, spectator's always horrible, but this guy, this NR Clips, he's fantastic. He actually uses it properly. I've actually seen some tracks that use spectator cam as a third TV cam.
Yeah, those are cool.
That's great. I'm like, wait a second, I've got a third TV cam. I can use this as TV3. Big push there. Holy moly.
Oh, I see what you said. Oh my goodness, Denny, Carol forcing the issue. Whew. I didn't think that he was going to force that under Randy Wall, but lo and behold, there he goes. He's got who is that behind him? Is that Keith Bynum behind him?
Yep.
63. He's going to give a shot here to Bekarsky.
Oh, 41.
Oh, and now he's going to go under him.
Oh! That's what they call trading paint, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof, that's what caused the earlier incident.
Yeah. This track's wide enough, but man, it goes away real quick when you're doing 200 miles an hour.
That wouldn't have worked at Daytona.
No. Yeah, a little bit different banking and not nearly as wide as this track. Looks like Carroll going to the middle now. Look at that row behind him, follow him up. I love that.
Denny's being aggressive, but he knows what to do. Again, that's another driver. And I mean, he's out of the Big Stone Gap camp, which where all those levels are from.
Yep.
So he knows a thing or two about super speedway race, and he knows who he wants to get to. I mean, heck, he's going to get up to Dan level here, get up to his bumper. So Denny's being aggressive, and if you want to make up ground, that's the way to do it. You got to be able to make moves. I mean, it's a little early to be getting crazy, but at the same time, if you want to make moves, I mean, the further up in the field, the better off you're going to be if anything's going to happen in the pack. Boy, you are very popular today.
I think that's Frank.
Oh.
I usually have that turned down, so I apologize. Yeah, we have the 33 truck waiting in the wings here, and he might have, who knows, maybe he just did the pace trucks live on the broadcast, and I can update the pace truck right in the middle of the show. This is how it technologically
I don't think it's going to matter
are.
now. I think the 33 may have retired.
33 has retired.
He
yes, he did. Yep, it just popped up on my screen. He has retired. Tim Anderson, unfortunately, caught up in a wreck early. And he figured it out pretty quick, I think. He wasn't able to keep pace. If you're rolling around out here doing about 170, you're too slow. You won't get asked to leave for that, but you're just in the way.
And especially if you're not in the playoffs, that's just not fun.
Regular season, if I could pull off 175, I probably would stay out there and just log the laps. But when you're in a playoff situation, probably the right call, just walking away from it.
Yeah. Now, this is interesting because the middle line, the bottom line is gone. There's no one there. So now what we're trying to see is that top side foreman, at least attempting to, that is being led by the 00.
Causey.
and he's got Godfrey behind. He's got some heavy hitters behind him there, so they might be able to make up some ground.
Try to find people who aren't heavy hitters out here right now. That's the problem. Like, look at, you got heavy hitters in the front, you got heavy hitters in the back. You know, like Robert Breedlove is a heavy hitter. He's currently second last. So
yeah, that's true.
And he's with Dennis McCarthy and Pat McCarskey and Alex Mose and Brian Ross and then let's see Sandoval's back there too. So these guys know
super speedway crew. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to join a super speedway series if you don't know how to run a super speedway. That's why here we are, 20 laps in almost, and we're all still stuck together in one big pack. We have had one accident, but accidents are going to happen, Guys get angry at the accidents, but happens in real life too, right? So,
I mean, it's close quarters racing like this.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
And a lot of times, too, the races on here are better than real life, I find sometimes.
It can be, absolutely. Yeah. Although I have also seen these, I've seen these races go caution-free. I've seen them have 10 cautions. And it's all in the same league and all the same guys.
Yep. Ken Roberts currently your leader with Josh Slocum and Greg Lovell behind.
Oh. Sorry. Breedlove and Bobby Farrell just traded paint a little bit.
We could have a whole highlight reel called "The Sounds of Andrew Miller."
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing because I'm in an apartment, so I can't shout. Or else I'm gonna get the noise complaint. So I just tense up, and it just comes out as.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Whoa! There's nothing much you can do. They can't hear us.
It's just my quirk, and I love it.
I just noticed too, Ken Roberts running that Wickers theme. Oh, they're making it too wide.
And here we go. Now, see, there's those big Stone Gap guys. Here they come.
That Wickers scheme on the 55 truck was actually, I believe, designed by Rodney Sullins for the ALS race a couple of years ago when they were racing the Monster Energy 2019 cars. And then it was adapted to a truck as well. It's such a good paint job. Kim wanted it for every mod, I think.
Sullins is one of the best painters out there, honestly. There's some great painters out there, and he's one that I've seen a lot of his work, and man, is he awesome. This is getting interesting.
It is, yeah. Within the last lap, we've gone 3 wide pretty much, about 3 or 4 rows deep right here.
Oh, Ken throws the block.
Yeah, he changed lanes. Wow. We're going 4 wide almost.
That was some bumper hooking right there, John Godfrey.
Yeah, was it a bumper hook?
Save it. That's what it could have been. Josh Slocum's going to go backwards here. He's stuck in the sucker hole.
Watching the replay here. Yeah, it was. Just a little bit of a bobble there. Good save, though.
By someone else that went backwards in that whole 3-wide exchange with Dan Lovell. He's quite a ways back now on the inside lane, but has found his way down there. Keith Bynum now up to 4th, and who's that there in 5th? 44. So yeah, another little boy. That's in the wall.
No way, did he save that? That was Palmer.
That was Palmer. Some other guys are getting squirrely back there. No caution.
Wow. Okay, we're going to load that up here real quick.
I have to remember, I need to change my push start key because every time I try to move cars, it goes to none because I'm hitting control. That's going to cost a few guys the draft. That's going to be the worst of it.
He got sideways and hit the wall, and everybody just made it happen. That's great driving by everybody, like by Greg and by everybody around him, to not just stack that whole lineup. And he's still in the draft.
Yeah, that was just that was another accordion.
Yeah,
with them getting too big of a run there, and that was Craig Hagley that was there as well. But Yeah, everyone kept it straight. If you guys had to check up there and they're going to lose the draft, but hey, better to lose the draft than wreck it up.
Well, they're still in the draft, though. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Greg is, and
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
I think Hagley's going to lose it.
Yeah, it looks like
Bob Dixon lost it.
Yeah.
Pat McCarthy, Robert Breedlove are now in the 2-car tandem. They'll catch up to Bob, and they'll make it a 3-car. They might be able to make it a 4-car if they catch up to Hagley. So they'll still have some speed, but yeah, they're going to be hoping for a yellow flag at some point here. Although we're going to be getting pretty close to pit stops here, I think. Probably about four laps.
Yeah, I was going to guess about 5 because I think we went in around, lap 6 or so, yeah. You can see how they all move down to that bottom line. That's how we can kind of tell. We're used to how these guys operate. They'll run that middle line because it's the most efficient way around. And now when we're single file and they're down on the yellow line, they're protecting that bottom for a reason. They're lining up to do some pit stops.
It surprised me. And the question becomes, who all pits when? And oh man, the call I find usually is to pit a lap ahead of when everyone else might be running out, because I think that you'll get less guys that you're pitting with, but you're still going to get a few, and that's ideal. If you're coming in with the entire pack all together, the checkups are going to be a lot bigger. You're going to have to slow up a lot sooner if you're toward the back, and that can actually really be of detriment to your race. If you're in a position where guys like Bobby Farrell or Alex Moe, even John Godfrey, some guys back there, they are going to be really struggling to keep up with the draft if everybody pits together at once.
Yeah, and potential to get caught up in something big. And especially if you get caught up in something down there, you're not on the racing surface. So there's going to be no yellows.
Yep.
No takers this time by.
I feel like if not this lap, definitely next lap we will see the first takers. But I feel like this lap we probably will at least see maybe somebody.
Just reading on the YouTube chat here. Mercurio. Oh, Divins actually did send me the pace vehicles. That's the files. The draft off the guys coming out of the pits also gets you spots. Mercurio in the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah, that's true. Looks like everybody's still at it.
Staying out again.
Yep.
Fluid Studios in the house. Brian Wolf, what's happening, buddy? Take him to school, 55.
He's doing that.
Oh yeah.
I just changed my push talk input, so I shouldn't have any issues. That outside lane is actually starting to make up ground again.
Ken Roberts in a lot of leagues, man. And he's an administrator in a lot of leagues as well. Like, he doesn't just come out and race. He's behind the scenes. You can see Greg Lovell right up underneath that spoiler of the 55. Pushing. Let's see if we got any takers this time around.
Stops. Yeah, here we go.
Yep. Oh, the leaders bailed on Roberts, but he does have some help.
Oh, Slocum. Ooh, that was a little iffy. As long as he didn't speed, but this is ideal right here. At least in my experience. Obviously, anyone else can tell me otherwise, but when you're pitting with about, what's that, like 6 guys, that's perfect. That's enough guys to maintain a draft, but also not have to check up like way harder than you normally would. So that was beautiful. And I think that'll give those guys a bit of an advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Because then if you do get out of sequence, but at least you can still do... Okay, so the rest of them are coming in now. Here we go. Watch from a bird's eye view.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
they're all over the place.
Textbook pit under green.
Wow.
This is why we do it, people. That was amazing. Good show, gents.
TV1, it was like they were, we got
Yep.
some trouble there. That
There
was,
was
Ulysses.
Yeah, it's funny how the spinorama doesn't happen, at the...
Yeah,
It doesn't
they were
happen
just
at the
trying to sort
entrance.
it out.
It happens at the halfway down.
And Terry Bombard stayed out, and he was the only one that did. Here he comes. Oh, Ken Roberts is back on pit road. I believe he sped.
Oh, no.
Yep, drive through 55. Everyone else is forming back up here. Denny Carroll looks like he's going to be the biggest beneficiary here. I think he's going to have the race lead.
Okay. So, Bobby Farrell leading that pack right into the nest there.
Oh.
And they
yeah.
caught everybody. I think you got a pretty sweet looking camera angle on that one. That was cool. You could see that faster pack was coming. Mind you, have they pit yet?
They did.
Yes, they did. Yeah, black flag being shown to Josh Slocum in the 2. So the 2 got a black flag, and so did the 55. Those were your leaders.
So Slocum's going to have to come in like now. He hasn't come in yet.
Okay, yeah. So he's got to be calling this out on TeamSpeak, saying, "I got to go in, guys. I was speeding."
Yep, here it comes.
You got 3 laps to serve it, so he used them all up.
Oh man, and they're racing big up here at the front. Boy, that's going to let that pack close in a hurry.
Currently showing Terry Bombard in first. Oh, it just switched.
Greg Lovell has taken the lead. I believe Kelly Causey was trying to take the lead there and got them all racing pretty hard there. And now that's going to allow that second little mini pack to close in, and we're gonna have a good group of cars here.
Yeah. After a green flag cycle, everybody's basically back together here. Back that up a bit. These guys are going 3 wide back here, sort of getting their bearings.
So we got some lap cars in here.
Yeah.
Top, what's that? 15? Looks like as long as Dennis McCarthy can hold on to the pack, which I think he will. So 15 lead lap cars in this pack.
Yeah, Breedlove is in there, but he's actually a lap down, the 931. He's currently in 24th. Ulysses Sandoval being shown another black flag, currently pitting to clear that.
Oh boy, it's not good there for 96. Matt McCarskey also here at the tail end of this lead, drafting 25th. Now that's kind of big if he can try to get up there and race Robert Breedlove for the free pass. If a caution does come out, I do believe that these guys do the lucky dog.
I think they do too. I can't remember. The rules are on the website. So Ken Roberts is still holding on to a lead lap, but that's not going to last very long because he'll be by himself.
Yeah, he's out of 4.
Coming out of turn 4 right now.
Pack is coming to 4 at the moment.
So a few speeding penalties. I think we had Ulysses, we had Slocum, and we had Roberts. And all of those guys.
And Ken was the big one. He was
Yeah.
as Brian said, he was taking him to school there, and now unfortunately he got schooled.
Yeah. Ken Roberts is locked into the playoffs. He had wins in race number 1, 5, and number 7. So you get into the playoffs with a win. And when you win 3, it's an easy... That's easy math.
He just got with Mark Paglia here, so they'll at least try and make some speed out of it. Looks like they're putting is that Billy Ellis or a lap down? Yep.
Currently focused on the 44. Brian Lovell there. He's got 8 laps led tonight in that 44.
8 4 plus 4 equals 8.
Ooh, look at that. I never would have gone there. That's why you're here.
Well, I said I couldn't math earlier. Well, I just pulled something off.
There it is.
He's up there. Danny Carroll's right in front of him in 4th. Obviously, Greg Lovell's leading. And then Dan is 6th, or 7th, rather. They're going to put these 2 a lap down.
Well, see, now they might go a lap down, but they actually might be able to get into this draft. Because what happens there is, like, it's moderate damage. They're not down because of crashing. They're just down because of black flag speeding penalties. So they're actually getting...
Yeah, especially since they're also drafting together. They're already at a higher speed, so I think that they'll have a much easier time of latching on. Compared to Billy Ellis, who I think actually might not even be able to maintain. Yeah, he's already lost it. That's a tough part when they're single file like this, and you're letting them go. You pretty much have to hope that there's a checkup right as they're lapping you, or else you're not going to be able to latch on.
Right. Or they start racing each other, like they start getting out 2-3 wide, and they're not maybe as efficient, a little bit more chance to get onto that.
That was a very cool view that you had from the quarter panel of the 8 there.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, you got to get that perspective in there.
I need to get free cam. I don't know why I don't have it yet.
Yeah, it's cool. It'll come up as a virus when you install it. At least the version I use, version 2.3.1. The reason I use version 2.3.1 is it can't clip. Meaning I can fly right inside the car, and the car doesn't disappear until you're actually inside it. Where right now, on a different version, I might not be able to put the camera inside the car like this, because it would remove the car. But this version of FreeCam, it doesn't remove the car. I can sit in here, I can still see all the rivets in the glass and all that kind of stuff.
Actually present, yeah.
Where some of the other versions of FreeCam, the car will disappear when you get near it. But this version, you can get right on top of it. It only disappears because you actually go through it. But it also comes up as a virus on your computer, so you need to whitelist it so your computer doesn't try to delete it. But newer versions don't come up as a virus either, so then it's just easier to deal with. More information, talk to Tyler Mallon. Currently not in this race, but he is around.
Oh, yeah.
We were like,
pretty sure.
At the start of before the race started, we're like, gosh, 76 laps, that's a long race. Well, we're past halfway because we've only had one yellow. These guys.
Yeah, only one caution.
Great
What's
race.
Making me nervous? Yeah, what's making me nervous at this point in the race, and I only say this because so many super speedway races have this happen. The random engine failure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't actually seen one of them in a long time. I
saw one 3 days ago.
Gears get dropped and stuff. Like I think it was Sullins had a gear drop on him there a couple of weeks ago and just lost fourth. I mean, of all gears to lose at Talladega, fourth means you're out. and
Yeah.
you know, but like blown motors and stuff in wrecks, but like you just get that random dust cloud. You're like, oh no, blown motor. You can see those
Yep,
green spoilers. The top 5 guys all got them.
It was Brian Johnson on Tuesday night.
Oh,
Was battling for, I want to say it was in the realm of like 8th, 10th, somewhere in there. And I was focused directly on him when it happened. And he was going into turn 3 at Indianapolis and black smoke of death.
wow. Random camshaft detonation.
You know what? I think it actually was a camshaft.
Yeah. I say camshaft, sometimes it says piston.
I don't think that there's actually any correlation to any of that, but
it's an engine failure,
I like
and it just picks one.
Does.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's an engine failure. It'll say, yeah, it'll sometimes just says engine, camshaft, piston, gearbox. You know, well, gearbox will be more of a transmission issue.
Craig Hagley has been sitting on pit road for like a long time.
Let's see. Craig's the 82.
He has not moved since lap 24. These lap cars getting a little racy.
Yeah, just focus back there on Barnbard and Hulick. If they could catch Elisor and Breedlove, they could get a little 4-man crew going and actually be up to speed and not lose. Because 4 cars would gain you some spots, or would gain you some speed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, you know, if you've got 4 guys breaking that air. They'll be able to push probably up near 200 mile an hour, and then they won't really get caught by that lead pack. Dennis McCarthy hanging on to the back of that lead pack. Of course, he's racing the Dennis the Menace scheme. I think he is. I think that's what that is. Let's check.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, there they go. Oh, that's airborne blowover for Bobby Farrell.
Yeah. Well, we caught that on McCarthy cam. And yes, it is Dennis the Menace. You're welcome. Let's load that up.
It was Godfrey and Farrell that made contact as they were starting to. It looked like they were starting to get pretty racy throughout the or kind of the back half, and yeah, John's kind of was pinching down just a little bit, but Bobby also came up about half a lane there, and also involved with Hagley. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
that was a big hit.
The slingshot across. I got to get a different camera angle here. See if spectator works.
I absolutely
that's
agree
weird.
with
It looks
Frank.
like the 711. Yeah, they came contact, and then wow, man, the physics are so cool. Like that 7 truck, the way that it flopped around like that, that's just neat. Always
honestly, that was very realistic.
Yeah, that's cool.
For a CTS blowover.
Mm-hmm. Big heavy truck.
You know what's funny? I bet you he has the least amount of damage out of those 3.
You're right. Because he never really came into contact with anything. He was sent, off kilter, but not. He didn't hit the wall. He didn't hit another car. It just sort of pushed him into a tailspin. The air got underneath him and put him up in the air.
Exactly. Well, we would have been pretty fairly close to pit stops, so I'm sure everybody's going to be in here. I also agree with Frank. You absolutely need a donation. Well, actually, unfortunately, I don't think that you can have a donation button until you hit like 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you can. TarnationTV.com has the PayPal link. That's how people pay for the broadcasts. Links in the description if you don't know how to spell TarnationTV.com. Brian Wolf says
5500 and 711. The 711 just wrecked.
Yeah.
But minor. Double Zero is looking very competitive. He was, I believe that he was second there on that run.
7-Eleven's a guy,
He's not
man.
going to be second now.
I guarantee you that's the way, he's the reason this track looks like this. Godfrey is the guy when it comes to texturing tracks.
In the 55, if he gets back on the lead lap, which I think,
who is the leader? There it is. Brian Rawson got credit for that lap.
and I think the 55 should get the free pass here, I believe. I should have looked at that, but
So my scoring right now is showing the 55 a minute and 46, but he's probably,
yeah, he's tail end.
yeah. Now where's the 96? Yeah, let's see. Sandoval is still out there. Yeah, let's see. Sandoval is locked into the playoffs because he won race number 12. They only run 12 races in the regular season. He won the last one, locked himself into the playoffs. That's why he's got that green spoiler. He must have been in a must-win situation. May have also got it in points. Because you either get in with points or with wins.
I think he's going to be hoping for another caution, try to get himself back on the lead lap. I believe Ken and probably McCarskey, I think, are going to be getting it back here if it is indeed the 2 cars rule.
Yeah, most leagues run the 2-car rule.
Craig Hagley's still sitting on pit road there eating a hot dog or a burger or something.
Well, for competing in last week's race, he was actually gifted a Tarnation TV care package, which was a bunch of coupons for the sausage cart infield. So he's probably using some of those coupons right now. 2 can dine for $1.99, but he showed up by himself because he wanted all of it.
Man, I didn't find my coupons. Where were they? You said that they would be there.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Dang, damn it.
Hidden messages.
Hidden messages.
I see here on the back of the 00 it says drive safely. So far, so good.
That's fairly safe. Only 2 cautions, 44 laps in.
It's always funny when...
That's not too bad.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it looks like Roberts is moving to the outside. So he is on deck for Lucky Dog. Now, is McCarskey as well? If they're doing 2, the 97 should be making his way up there also. Unless he's going to pass on it. Maybe it's only 1.
It might only be 1.
So for those of you who don't know, if you don't know what a Lucky Dog is, he's the first, Ken Roberts is the first truck 1 lap down. He drives up beside everybody else. When the lights on the pace truck go off, he gets his lap back. That means he gets to drive all the way back around to the end of the field again. Be back on the lead lap and see what he can do in the tail end of the closing laps of this race if he can get back up front where he was. The reason we're focused on him is because he's led 17 laps. He's led the most laps tonight. And he got caught in a black flag situation. So he's going to want to get back up there.
I think Robert Breedlove is going to be waving around here. Yeah, he is. Well, that's interesting. Assuming he has a pit, yeah, he's going to have to either hope for an instant caution or he already pitted. One or the other.
Yeah, the wave around because he's a lap down, but if he didn't pit, he can drive around too. He would have had to pit though, right? Well, maybe not. Because he wants to keep that wave around, get that lap back. That's an easy way to do it. Yeah, the Makarski. Yep, Makarski is going for the lucky dog.
You better get back there quickly.
Yeah, he was moving pretty good. We got a long way to go, though. 2-mile drive all the way around this. Your leader, Greg Lovell.
There's a couple of Lovell boys up there at the front. Greg and Brian.
Yep. Looks like Greg is. So this is always curious because if they allow lane choice, sometimes it doesn't even matter because if your teammate's beside you, they might lay up a little bit and let you get in front of them.
He could very well do that, but big thing with Talladega, you definitely want to start in the inside lane.
Yeah.
Because as you're accelerating, you're going to want the shorter way around turns 1 and 2. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to clear the guy on the outside no matter what, unless he gets a heck of a shove.
Yeah, because the wash up isn't happening because you're not at full speed.
Exactly.
Green flag in the air at the start of lap number 48.
Well, this is going to be close. Gets clear. I don't think he's gonna. Oh, there he might. Don't know if he's gonna. Oh, yep. Moved on up, and guess what? It is a big stone gap. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outside lane.
Yep.
But you got Greg Palmer.
Yep.
Ozzy's down there. Randy Waz down there.
Yep.
Jermaine Gilardi, yep. So, but they are in the non-preferred lane, so they're going to have to hope to stay very, very tightly bunched.
Yeah. Yeah, this middle lane will slowly move away.
And Greg gets back to his inside there. Palmer, that is. It's Greg and Greg show up at the front. Little 3-wide action. Is that, I believe that's Slocum trying to make the outside lane get going forward here.
Always from up.
Ooh, Ken Roberts there with him.
Always up for some 3-wide action. And Slocum and Roberts, we're leading this race. And they both got black flags. And now they've worked their way back up. Last time around, Slocum was being scored in the 14th position. There's 29 people that started this. He's up to 10th now.
And remember, Slocum was the pole sitter.
Yep. Yeah, him and Roberts were running 1-2 for a lot of the first half of this thing. And they both got speeding penalties under green on pit road.
Look at the ground that they're making up here. Look at this.
Yep. They are
following. It's a 4 rows deep.
They are following Graham McDonald in that 24. Where did he come from? Right to the front of this thing.
It's only going to be one more pit stop left in this race.
Yeah.
And, boy, these guys know it. They are trying to sort it out while they can. And once you get into the 3-wide situation there, the middle lane just dies.
It's going to fall apart because nobody's down there. There's only 5 trucks in that line. That's the problem. There they go. That they just moved in.
That's what's what's amazing about this game is that once you get into the middle lane of a 3-wide situation like that, I guess it's the turbulent air or how it's physicized. That's not a word, but it is now.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that they modeled it so that, your momentum just goes away because you're surrounded by everybody. So that middle lane just completely gives up the ghost once you're in the middle of a 3-wide situation.
Yeah, and then when you've got only 4 vehicles in there, like you got 4 trucks, like those other lines, they're just going to leave you standing there Because, again, we've got 29 people starting this race. 4 guys get flanked by 16 on each side.
Yeah.
But look at that.
22 cars on the lead lap.
We've got Graham McDonald in first, Josh Slocum in second, Ken Roberts in third. Like, these 2 trucks,
just like that,
with black flag penalties, had to serve those penalties under green flag conditions. Got the lucky dog. That's why they call it lucky. Our yellow came out, and they found their way back to the front again. This time being led by Graham McDonald, league administrator and owner.
Bobby Farrell's looking like he's perfectly well up to speed, despite what happened to him going airborne.
Yeah. Yeah, like Fluid Studios there, Brian Wolf at the YouTube chat, like the 7 did hit the ground pretty hard. So the thing with that is, oh, my dog's scratching the floor. Hey, your blanket's over here. Your blanket's right here. Oh. Your blanket. Use your blanket. There you go. I give her her blanket, and she scratches the floor. Like, no, move the blanket around. The carpet don't move.
Steven Branstad are trying for the inside lane now.
There's Steven Branstad. There, yeah.
I haven't mentioned his name.
Check that out. I have a truck in this race. Boom.
Oh, that's you.
That's me. I painted that.
Oh, man, we're over here talking about good painters. How can we forget about this guy?
Yeah. Look at that one. Look at how slick that is.
There's a lot of orange in this race, I'm noticing.
Yeah.
You would think this was Talladega.
Yeah. Yeah, I painted a few of Branstad's trucks. He had a shake and bake one that was a similar design, and I kept the number style. If you cycle between his shake and bake truck and this one, the numbers actually don't move. I just used the same template and changed didn't move the numbers.
Hey, team truck. That works.
I paint stuff. All you gotta do is ask. Yeah, that's an old one now. That's a few years old, that truck.
I might have to hit you up on that if things line up a certain way. I'll get back to you on that.
Cool. You haven't painted anything in a while. I kind of like my Tarnation TV stuff, and then my Great White Bites, which is a cereal in the movie Planet Terror. I made that into a scheme. I basically only ran those 2 schemes for the last 10 years. Tarnation TV, of course, replaces the Great White Bites one. But I get right into a design, and I make it I'm like 4 hours, just meticulous, boom, boom, and then I just leave it. I don't make another one. Where other guys like Pat McCarskey will design a new truck every week.
I am not capable of that. I have a very distinct style. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do paint too, but I have a very distinct style, and it has to be that way, or otherwise it's going to look terrible. And
yeah,
I don't know. I think I've been able to pull off some decent stuff, but I ain't got nothing on any of these.
No, like even that 510, it's not the craziest thing out there, but everybody has their style, right? And I'm always very simple with mine. Graham McDonald has led 6 laps. He's coming up to lap number 7 led. Other leaders, Greg Lovell has 20. Ken Roberts has 17. 8 laps led by Brian Lovell. 1 by Brian Rawson. 1 by Kelly Causey. 2 by Terry Bombard. Yeah, your main guys are Greg Lovell with 20. And Ken Roberts with 17. Fastest lap of the night right now, 47.792 at 200.174 miles per hour. Average lap speed set by Randy Waugh.
Oh, it's on. Here we go.
So Corey's probably watching. Getting some 2 wide going up here. Slocum duffing out, waiting for some help.
Don't think that helped Dan Lovell as he just went below the yellow line there. These guys are about to run right up onto Josh Slocum there on the outside as he got hung out. Everybody's working their way to the bottom.
bump draft going into the turn from Ulysses, but Josh knows how to take it.
If Frank's calling out pitting around lap 58 to 59. That's about when the window opens. I think these guys could probably go a bit longer than that since they pitted around, what was that, 44? They could probably go a bit further, but you can absolutely... Oh, well, I stand corrected.
Yeah, you could see them claiming that bottom line. Those guys were ready to go.
Well, that's it. That's the level, boys. That's all 3 levels and Robert Breedlove coming in there.
Yeah.
Wow. I really... Okay. I think Frank's the bigger expert here. Why don't you have him up here in the booth?
Yeah. Fluid Studios betting on that 55. I mean, it's a safe bet. Guy went down a lap for a penalty. He's right back up there in the second position. Brandstetter on the outside. Any takers this time around? Whoops, pit lane number 2. Everybody's staying out.
How about Alex Moe appear into 3rd position?
There he is. Pulls to the outside, Alex Moe. Oh, changed his mind, went back.
Thought about it.
Holy moly. Maybe now he'll go when he comes out onto the back straightaway.
Right, to pit early or to pit late?
Yeah.
This is the $1 million question. There's Breedlove getting up to speed. Seeing where those levels are. It looks like they should be able to all find each other here.
I've been...
they'll be pushing the heck out of each other.
Any takers this time? Nope. I've been in a situation like that, 3 wide on the wall, having to pit, can't get down, run out of gas. It's like sometimes you just get, you're in the middle of the pack, you're 3 wide, but you're on the high side. Like you can't find your way down. You try for like 10 laps, like man, I got to get down there, and sometimes you just can't find your way down.
Yeah, that's
how the cookie crumbles.
The good thing normally is these guys tend to try to be pretty courteous.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you have to pit. Yep, like now, we'll try to leave a gap open for you. As still nobody pits. So yeah, I think that those level guys kind of took kind of what Frank's saying there, and
yeah.
Yep, you want to be the first group to pit. The only issue is that there's only 3 of them, so their lap times are going to be a little bit off compared to the rest of the pack, because their average mile an hour is probably going to be about 3 miles an hour slower. Yeah, maybe, okay, not by that much, but
like 195 maybe instead of 199 sort of thing.
Yeah, they're definitely slowly losing time. So it's a matter of if they'll still be able to be in the lead draft or not. Obviously, they're going to do a great job of pushing each other. But 3 cars versus a full pack, I think you're still going to be favoring the full pack. Yeah, these guys are getting down to crunch time here as far as when they're going to, like, absolutely have to dive down.
See, and I'm thinking, too, like, I mean, those guys went early, but they also went at the time where they know they have enough fuel to get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they knew they could get that 19 laps of fuel in there and just go for it.
Yep.
Or these guys are probably going to run it dry. So, like, they went super early, but it doesn't matter. There's some more guys coming from the back. Oh, just one. That's Bob Dixon. Yeah.
Yeah, he usually pits a little bit earlier.
So this will be interesting to watch the Stone Gap guys, because, you know, taking it right to the limit. So now they've got enough, they've done the math, they got enough gas to get to the end. The trucks will be lighter. That might not play too much into it. as you burn the fuel away, the vehicle will become lighter. In a draft, I don't know how much speed you're actually gaining doing that, but the pit stop would have been a little bit shorter, right? Because they wouldn't need a full 2 cans. Where these guys are going to need...
Still nobody. Now, if Robert Breedlove was able to keep up with them, and they had been 4 cars, oh man, they would have been hauling.
Yeah,
and they would have been in good shape. Although they did just breeze by Bob Dixon like he wasn't even moving. So we'll see what that might say as far as when the rest of the field pits. I don't know. I might be totally wrong. Obviously, these guys know better what they're doing than me. I have not run a super speedway race in, oh geez, I can't even tell you how long.
Took the number 7 of Farrell on his way in. We'll stay here in the bird's eye view here.
Oh, we're going to get some dogs here. Yep, here we go. Oh boy, yep, another crazy.
Some bumps, but hey, we're in. That's why they put bumpers on them.
Wow. That was impressive.
Yep.
Let's see who's still out there. And just a small handful of guys here. Brandstetter, Rawson, Causey, and Bynum are still out there. And then Mark Paglia and Robert Breedlove laps down.
They're going to have to come in right now. Here they go.
Here they go. Oh, Rawson. Oh!
He's hot. Oh, he got her slowed down. Nice. Perfect.
Wow, I thought that Causey was about to take the nose off of that 510, but they sorted it out. That was beautifully done.
Like I thought the 6 was going way too quick, but Rawson got her slowed down. Actually, he was under when he hit the line.
Now I'm watching the levels, and wow. Okay, well, oh, this will be interesting. Okay, all right. I'm going to wait and see where Causey and Rawson and these guys come out, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But this could be very interesting as far as who's going to be up at the front here. 10 laps to go. My goodness, we got 10 to go here.
Yep. Yeah, we're into it, man.
So Graham McDonald is leading this pack. He's gonna pass these two. Alex Moe pushing him, and Ulysses Sandoval lap down. And then Greg Palmer and Denny Carroll.
Yeah. Palmer going low way early. Looking for a big push there. Yep. Carroll gets to him, gives him some help.
Then the bigger pack is actually now going to be spearheaded by the level guys.
So this pack here, yeah, we've got Graham in first, Moe in second, Ulysses is a lap down in 22nd, Palmer's in third, fourth place, Denny Curl in the 41, Causey catching the draft, so is Rawson. So all these guys are on the lead lap except for Ulysses Sandoval. But he's definitely helping because he's not damaged. He's just was off pace for a bit and lost a lap.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the 7 that went for a bit of a ride before. Might have got a little bit of damage. Every time your vehicle gets upside down like that.
Yeah.
Black flag being shown to Mark Paglia. He's a lap down, though, so he's going to go even farther down.
And the pack at the front here is currently running a little bit faster than the second pack. So Dan Lovell running 7th. It looks like those guys are going to be kind of on their own.
Yeah,
11 is also retired.
I brought up that little black box in the top left there. That's real time at the line. So this will update before the ticker across the top of the screen does. And you can see 7th place at 388. That's Dan Level. Last time by the line, they were 3.62 seconds away from the leader. Curious what that will update to now, as it updates fairly quickly. 351.
3.5. So
yeah, so not very much.
Yeah, 7 laps to go. They only gained a 10th.
Yeah,
that's not going to be enough. So it's going to be among these top 6 and Ulysses.
Yeah, Ulysses won't make it in though, because he is a contender, but you need to be top 8, or you need to be of top 8 of the 16 chase drivers.
Everyone here in the top 6 are chase drivers. And
but Ulysses is a lap down.
And then Greg has scored 8th, and then Brian Lovell 9th. So those would be the guys that are in right now. Josh Slocum, is going to be trying for it, as Doug Hewlick has said, yep, we're not catching them. I'm going to go ahead and race. And
yeah,
that's what they're going to do.
They only gained like a 100th that time. So if this top pack here just stays in line, Ulysses isn't going to push any buttons because being a lap down. What's up?
23.44 just door slammed. We are tight 3 wide.
It's the second pack racing each other hard. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on this pack for right now.
Yeah, we're in the 5 to go here, so I got to keep an eye on that main pack led by Graham McDonald in the 24.
Second pack sorts it out for the time being. And props to those guys, even with the door slam there. They kept it straight.
We've had a lot of that happen, like guys saving stuff that could have been, we should have had like 6 or 7 yellows, but the saves we've been seeing have been phenomenal. High speed driving sideways, everybody's giving room.
These guys know what they're doing, and they've raced each other a long time. Got an Alex Moe fan there in the chat. He's got a great chance at it here. He's running 2nd. Got 4 to go. Graham McDonald is going to be pretty tough to beat here. I still say anyone in this top 6 has a decent chance.
Yeah. Because if anybody steps out, and if they've got buddies behind them that go with them, like say the 22 there, the black and orange of Palmer, those guys could pass those front 3.
They're racing up pretty dang hard back here in the second pack. Greg Lovell just left out his own family members there, and is now taking the 7th position quite handily so, with Josh Slocum behind him. So Slocum is now into the final transfer position.
Lap number 75,
Ken's
76
right behind
coming up.
him. Those top 6 staying orderly. This second pack is racing it up and racing hard.
Yeah, and they're not gaining at all. They're also not really fighting for the win. Like you just want to make sure you're of the top. If you're in contention for the championship, the 16 guys in this race with the green spoilers, it's a race within a race.
Yep.
Only 8 of them can move on.
Yep, and they know it. And that's why they're racing the way that they are. So right now, Brian Lovell and Josh Slocum are side by side for that final position, with Ken Roberts there with a chance. Billy Elliser is there as well. Oh, wait, no, he's a lap down. Never mind. Excuse me. Mike Mangialardi would be the next closest who could even get into that fight to have a chance. But now that top side has gotten the advantage. So now the 44 and the 8 are in as the 388 takes that position. And in all that, I just missed the race for the lead. Hopefully you saw that.
No. Oh, they did jump out on him. Right when I flipped back. Let's rewind that. Yep. Yeah, they stepped out on him on the back straight away. Right when I flipped back to watch. It's hard to watch because we're watching that race and then we're watching this race.
Game on here. Alex Moe with the lead. But, oh, he's going to have some defending to do.
Yep. Back live here again. Moe made the pass. They left Graham sitting. This is the final lap, though. They got to get something going right quick.
Farmer ducked low, high, going to get high, and he's got everybody pushing him. Wow. He's going to get it.
Yeah.
Handily so.
Unbelievable. So third place finish for Moe. Wow. We blinked and there was 2 races going on here and when we missed it. Unbelievable. That's Talladega. That's what that is.
That is Dega.
Where did the 22 go? I lost him. There he is. We lost him, but we found him.
Congratulatory
3G, Greg Palmer, man. Like, what a finish there. Like, McDonald had that, and then Moe went down with some help from the 22, and then maybe not so much because then they left him hanging again, and like, what a finish.
Yeah, Denny Carroll, he was the deciding factor in that one. He was like, and probably at that point knew, well, I'm not going to be able to pass them both. So what's going to be my best bet to get the best result possible? And he opted to push the 22, and that's what won the 22 that race.
And your winner, Greg Palmer. And if you're curious, Graham McDonald finished in 6th position. Okay, let's save this up. If you want to grab Moe, we can start interviewing him. I'm going to start saving up all my replays and stuff.
You got it. I'll go and grab him here. There he is. You got Alex.
Alex Moe in the podium finish, dude. Like, just talk about that. Those last couple of laps, everything changed in split seconds, and we couldn't keep track of it all.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, I really didn't know what to do there. You know, I didn't know if I just wanted to stay in line, go for the win. Let me turn my music down. And I just seen that bottom line coming, so I was just like, screw it, let's go for it, let's get the win. You know, I knew I would probably advance on playoff points anyway. So, and then coming to the line there, I seen Greg. He went outside of me, and I wasn't even gonna try to block him. I just knew I was gonna advance already. So, good win to Greg there.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, don't push the envelope. Just let's get on to the next race, and you know, don't throw some weird blocks and wreck it for everybody, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't gonna do anything crazy there because I could have wrecked myself and wrecked others, and then everyone's pissed at me, and I'm pissed at myself, and you know, things can go downhill real quick, you know, in playoff races. But you know, if you know that you're in a position to advance already, you know, just don't do anything crazy. Advance. You know, you're happy, everyone's happy. So it's pretty much was the plan there for most of the race. Just hang in the back, put myself in a position up front at the end, and it worked out. So I'll take the 3rd place.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And the whole thing changes in the last couple laps, which is always so crazy. I actually flipped back to look at that second pack, which they were just kind of racing each other. I think they were probably thinking the same thing, like, we're not going to catch these guys, but they're all still racing for position because they're all chase drivers also. So now you guys move into next Friday, coming back here again into the round of 8. Of course, only 4 can advance to the championship race. So Are you going to be able to make it for the next 2 races?
I'm not sure because I'm scheduled to work next Friday, but I'm gonna try to trade. I'm gonna try to trade out of it, but there's a chance I won't be here next Friday. But yeah, that second pack, they had an interesting pit strategy. I personally didn't think it was gonna work out for them. It's better just to not run it dry, but run it down to when the first big group of cars pits. So, and I think Greg and a couple others were saying on TeamSpeak, hey, we need to stay lined up. We need to catch those guys. But I knew they weren't going to catch us. But I'm sure a few of the playoff drivers back there were counting the green spoilers ahead of them to see what kind of position they were in, whether they were going to advance. So I'm not sure how many of us in the playoffs were up in the lead pack. I really wasn't counting. But I'm sure there was some car counting going on back there in that second pack. So, yeah, congrats to everyone who advanced. It was a pretty good, clean race, fun. And like I said, my plan there at the end was, maybe get the win if it's easy enough, but I'm not going to throw any crazy blocks and ruin it for myself or others. So it worked out.
Yeah, that sounds like a good strategy, man. Yeah, did you want to thank anybody or wrap it up, and then we'll move up the podium here?
Yeah, hey, thanks to you, and I see you got Andrew in the booth with you tonight. You and Top Dragster are both really good broadcasting companies.
Thank you.
Special thanks to Graham for putting it on. All the playoff drivers who made it, all the other guys who didn't make the playoffs, but still showed up to have fun. And yeah, this game's still fun. Let's keep it alive. And good luck next week to everyone, whether I'm there or not.
I wonder, could you get someone to drive your car? Is that a thing?
That's funny because I was actually thinking that last night. I was like, like they do over at Maverick when they have guys like fill in with their cars or trucks. Like I was actually thinking about that. I'm not sure if it's a possibility. I would have to double check with Graham and Ken and the other admins. But yeah, that would be interesting in case I can't make it.
Yeah, it'd be something that could happen. And then whoever's driving it, and that's the thing too. Who do you get to drive it? Everybody's pretty much in here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few people who would love to drive the 48 in my place, so I would have to ask around. But like I said, I'm not sure if that's even a possibility. But it definitely would be interesting. We'll see. I gotta see how my work schedule is next week, if I can get out of that shift or not. So.
Right. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for talking to us, and yeah, thanks for showing up and putting on a great show as always. Congratulations on the 3rd place finish.
Hey, appreciate it, Blaine. You guys do a great job. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Denny Carroll.
Howdy.
Pulling out a 2nd place win, man, or a 2nd place finish. The last 2 laps I couldn't even keep track of what was going on. Everything changed. Yeah. Everything changed that quick.
I just hooked my truck to Palmer's, let him pull me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we saw okay, Andrew, did you want to talk to Denny? Because the pit strategy on the Stone Gap was interesting.
Yeah, they pitted without me.
Yeah, I know that all the level guys they pitted really early, but you just stayed with the pack and ultimately got you up there with a chance at it. And coming out of turn 4 there, coming to the checkered flag, pretty much had a decision to make there: either go with Alex, go with Greg, or go your own line there. What was the mentality coming off of turn 4 there?
I told Palmer I'd help him 2 laps before the end. I told him whatever he wanted to do, I'd go with him, because all we needed was finish in the top 8 to advance. So it didn't necessarily have to win. A good finish was all I needed.
So
plus, Palmer's good. Alex is a really good racer, and Buckshot and Graham. So, I could have finished at the back of that line in advance, which would have been good with me. I just wanted to advance to the next round.
That's the thing. All gloves are off, but the pit strategy thing. We were kind of. Is it best to go super early like that, get the fuel, and then know you can make it to the end? And it seemed not to, I thought it was a great idea, and it sort of didn't really work. But then sometimes you see that stuff work too. It's weird. How do you figure that out amongst yourself, and especially
how many trucks was in that pack with them? 3, 4?
Was it 4? I think it was 4.
In the lead draft, there was
no, the early pit. It was 3 because it was Breedlove got left behind.
Yeah, see, the whole time they was together, that lead pack was gapping them that whole run. So that's what, without the caution. Every time I've done that, you need a caution to pop out sometime between your pit and the end for that to really help, or it never helps me.
Oh, okay.
See, 3 trucks can't go as fast as the whole lead pack was going, so it was gapping them every lap.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, would we run like another 8 laps between their pit and ours? So that
yeah, I have a camera set up on the pit entrance, and every time I'm like, oh, they're not going. Oh, they're not going. Oh, they're not going. So yeah, we figured out pretty quick you guys were running the tanks pretty low before you were going to head.
Yeah, well, it was a low caution race. It was really, I would have helped Alex too, but I told Greg that, like 4 or 5 laps before that, wherever he wanted to go, I'd go with him. Or who knows, I might have helped Alex if I hadn't have already made a deal.
Yeah, well, deals are meant to be broken, right?
Well, yeah, but see, next week if they're behind me, they'll remember that.
That's the thing. Yeah, you know what? You can't really break your deals until the last race.
yeah, then it don't matter.
Yeah, then you're like, okay, well, this is the last race. Let's go for it.
Yeah, see, if I had it next week, I might have been in that position with Palmer made a deal behind me, and where I broke mine, he'd break his.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. I never thought of that. You don't break any deals until the last. Well, then again, they'll just remember it until the next season starts, too.
Well, I mean, he could anyway, if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It gets awful hard to stay behind somebody, if you got a chance to pass them at the start-finish line.
Yeah, such a good track, too, man. This version of Talladega is amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast. You guys did great. I bet Andrew does great, too.
Yeah, Andrew was great. We worked great together, and that race was phenomenal, too. Like, you only had, how many yellows was it? I think it was only 2, right? 2 or 3?
Yeah, I thought it was 2.
It is 2.
Yep, 2 for 8 laps. So we had a 76-lap race, and only 8 of them were under yellow.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
You guys have a good y'all. I see. Are they broadcasting tomorrow's race too?
No, I'm busy all day tomorrow. Yeah, Graham asked us a while back he wanted all of them done actually the whole weekend. I'm like,
yeah. Well, tomorrow's championship starts. So that's the one I'm after.
Yeah. Is that what series is that? That's the Saturday one. That's the Spartans, or is that Sunday? No,
that's Sunday. Saturday's Graham's. It's the men's cup 19.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's 2 races. It's 40 laps at Daytona, 38 at Talladega.
Right. Yeah, we broadcasted that last year, I believe, where they have the 2 tracks.
Yeah, that's the one I'm after.
It's a lot of fun.
If I'll get it or not is probably a no.
Yeah, man, enough people show up. That's a crazy good league, man. I was saying, too, I'm a big fan of the website because everything's just there. Everything you need is there, no fancy stuff. It's great.
That's all Graham's hard work.
Yeah, it's very good.
It took me the whole season. I took the point lead last week in the last race of the regular season.
Oh, wow.
So I actually took over the point lead last week, and it took me the whole season to get it.
How many races in a season? It's 12, right?
I don't know. The way they count them, because it's Daytona and Talladega, so it's like 24, right. 25.
So like week 12, not like race 24 or whatever.
Well, I'll let y'all talk to the winner whose palms are sweat.
Right on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Do you have any final words before we bail on you?
I just like to say howdy to my family out in Florida and wherever else they're at. And God bless everybody that's watching and listening.
Awesome. Thanks, Denny. Congratulations on the second place.
See you guys. Go, Palmer. Woo!
Thank you, brother.
Where are we going to put him? Let's put him in the Friday room. There he goes. He's gone. I could have dropped him anywhere.
He's out of here.
Get out of here. 3G Greg Palmer wins this thing. Man, we didn't know where to focus those last 2 or 3 laps, dude. Everything changed so quick. Graham was dominating that thing. He led the most laps. He had 23 laps led. And then we're kind of on the broadcast flipping between that main pack and that secondary pack, and then focus on the second pack for 6 seconds. And Andrew's like, hey, did you see the lead change? I'm like, nope.
It was fun. I tell you, it was a nail biter. I mean, watching the second pack, we're like, all right, they're 3.5, 3.6, then they're 3.3, 3.2. Then they started racing each other, and I knew we had a chance at first pack. So,
yeah, I wonder, we were kind of wondering, because it's the whole 16 chase drivers getting cut down to 8. It's not so much like a points race. It's more of like you're counting the guys going, okay, I need to finish in front of this dude because he's the 8th car. So maybe they were just having their own little internal race, trying to make sure they were getting that 8th spot. Because if they lined up, they would have caught you guys.
oh yeah, definitely. But I was just shocked that that last pit stop, that the 3 Lavelles, they went in, they had no help.
Yeah.
And that's how they got caught way behind us. And we just had to stay on the gas and stay in line. And it worked out. I mean, of course, fortunate for me, but I had great help with Denny. He stayed with me. Just had to pass Alex Moe. Alex Moe is not going to block. He wants to finish in the top 5, top 3, whatever. So I knew he wasn't going to block me. And my teammate, Brian Rosson and Kelly, I mean, we had a plan, and it worked out.
Yeah, and like Alex was saying, there's no reason to race like that because you just need to be in that top 8.
We just have to advance. Yes.
Yeah, we're advancing here. We're not really collecting points anymore. So it's like, why? There's no reason to push that envelope and possibly ruin it for everybody. Let's look, I'm going to get in if I'm here. I'm going to get in if I'm here. Let's just let these guys go.
Yeah, that wasn't my mentality with 2 to go. I knew I was up there, and I wanted to win. I mean, that's why I'm here. I want to win. I know at that point, I wasn't thinking at that point with 2 to go that, okay, I'm in. I could just lay back, lay off. That's not my mentality. I want to win, and I want to bring my teammates with me.
Yeah, once you can see it, you're like, okay, we just got to advance. And then you're like, wait, I can win this thing. Like, let's go win it. Yeah, you can
taste it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good strategy. But are you able to make the next couple of weeks?
I believe so. I believe I can, yes.
Cool. Well, we'll be looking forward to it because this race is nuts. It's a 76-lap race. Got it done in less than 2 hours. The broadcast just flipped over to 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's a long race, but, I mean, watching you guys do it, piece of cake.
Only 2 yellows. I'm surprised. 2 cautions, man.
Yep. That's all we had. 2 yellows for 8 laps. That's all it was. Bunch of penalties. Let's see if the 22's in there. Nope.
Nah, not me. You kidding me? I'm clean. I'm from New York. They're afraid of me.
Yeah, we got 96, 96, 96, 96 again. Oh, Ulysses. Look at this guy.
Yeah, he finished a lap down, I believe.
Yeah, some guy. Well, yeah, there was a lot of speeding penalties. We caught about 4 or 5 speeding penalties.
Yeah, so, no, it's funny. The very first pit stop was on the yellow, and everybody wrecked on pit road. Everybody's getting wrecked. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then second to last pit stop, we're all pitting from the second lane coming down, and we all finish. We all pitted perfectly, flawless. Yeah. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, the green flag pit stops, bird's eye view of that. I always change the camera so we can see it because the stock entrance camera for some reason is looking up pit road. I'm like, no, I want to see everybody coming in. Yes, so the stock always looks up. You're right. So I spin that thing around, and it was like just everybody funneling and nothing. I love your camera angles. I always loved your camera angles. The new additions you got, it's fantastic. And once I figured out how to use that, I'm like, oh, I'm spinning this pit lane camera around so we can see the entrance. Do you got Andrew duct taped in the corner or something? Because he hasn't said anything.
I just don't want to interrupt nobody.
Go ahead, Andrew. What do you got?
Honestly,
put you on the spot.
We woke him up.
You kind of did. It's been a day. But hey, one single lap led all night. That's the most important one. And I know he said that ultimately the big picture is just going for the championship. But no, yeah. I mean, hey, we're all racers here. When the opportunity presents itself, you want to go for that win, and you did it perfectly. And I know Denny was saying, like, oh, yeah, he was going to get you up there if you went for it. And that exactly played out perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, we knew Ulysses was in the factor because he was a lap down. So I'm not sure if he was going to help the Lavelles, but they were behind us anyway. So, yeah, I mean, everything worked out, I have to say. From the pit stops to the last few laps, yeah, everything worked out fine.
Oh, and I just remembered, let's also not forget the fact that you were in the wall at one point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I lost a number on my right side. But I had no damage. No hammers. We're good.
I just noticed I had the wrong title in the top right of the screen. I had the Sundays, the Spartans title. So to change that, I'm going to get fired. At least I did all the right graphics and I missed one line. So sorry, Graham. But
damn you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, any final words? Anybody want to thank? The floor is yours, Mr. Palmer. Before we shut this thing down.
My teammates, that helped me get up there. Rawson, Kelly, the coach, the legend, of course. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for my other teammates who got caught up in somebody else's crap and they finished in the back. Kenny Roberts and Dennis, and especially John Godfrey. Yeah, it's that's the nature of the beast, though. I mean, past few races, I mean, I've gotten caught. I've blown an engine or whatever, but it happens, and I'm just happy that it didn't happen this week.
Yeah, man. And then advance into the rest of this. The last, I guess there's only 2 more, right? So we got 8 going into the next race next Friday, and then after that goes down to 4.
Goes down to 4, yeah.
And then out of the 4, only 1 can win the championship, and that's when the gloves are off. That last race is the one.
I just wanted to mention our teammate Rodney Sullins couldn't be here tonight. I don't know why. We've been trying to text him and stuff, and hope everything's all right. I hope, so.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I was texting with him today. So yeah.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah. It was just before this, actually. Just before I started broadcasting with this, like I was texting with him. I can't remember. I had to bail on him about 8:30 because I had to get in here and start this thing.
10-4.
So yeah, he seemed to be fine. We would talk about race stuff. I was trying to get him to co-host with me tonight or Tuesday or something. I can't remember what it is. He's shown interest in the co-hosting thing, so we're trying to get him in the chair.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
He's got a face for radio, so yeah.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, oops, I don't want to roll on my dog. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. Oh no. Hey. I just rolled my chair back and crushed her.
Oh, okay.
She's basically she's underneath me all the time, so I went to look to where she was. Anyway, she'll be all right. It's not the first time that's happened. But anyway, man, yeah, thanks for joining us up in the booth there and on an awesome win. It's last lap shenanigans at Talladega. We wouldn't have it any other way.
That's how we like to do things here, last lap passes and stuff, and makes it more exciting. And all right, yeah, I appreciate you. You calling the race tomorrow?
No, next Friday.
Okay, cool. Yep. Okay, see you then. Good night, Andrew.
Yep, good win, man. That was awesome to see, and great to see all you guys out here. It's been a long time since I've seen you all on track.
It's been a while, yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Greg.
All right, gentlemen, have a good night, and take care of that dog.
Oh yeah, she's good. She just moved over. So she moved about 3 feet over to the other way. She's like, "How dare you bump me?" But anyway, thanks, man. We'll see you next time.
All right, boys. Good night.
Get out of here. Kick him out of here. Get out of here.
Out of here. And
crazy race.
Even though he's not here anymore, I can. This is for you, Brian Wolf. Go.
Oh, I saw him in the thing there. Yeah, all the noises of the noises of Andrew Miller sound pack.
The noises of Cup Track. So that someone needs to make that into an NR sound pack where instead of the crashing sound effect, it's just
or a ringtone sound pack for my iPhone.
Oh, do you want to torture yourself?
No, bad idea.
Then don't do that.
Yeah, horrible idea. I don't know why I said that out loud.
It's a little late. I think we're getting a little tired. Sorry, I've been a little quiet here after the race ended. Yeah.
Oh, good, man. I'm like, wow, 76 lap race is going to be a long night, but it's 11 o'clock and the broadcast only been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, yeah, there's a great race, 2 yellows, awesome green flag pit stops. I mean, we couldn't ask for anything better going into the first round of the playoffs. So there's 2 rounds left. Join us next Friday, and then join us on the Friday after that, as we'll be right here calling the Friday night Super Speedway Truck Series here at Primetime Racing League. I actually changed the title at the top right of the screen, so that'll be correct next week. And yeah, man, any last words before we wrap this up, before I shut her down?
I think that just the fact that we got to see Talladega on full display tonight. We saw some single file racing. We saw green flag pit stops. We saw some wrecks, but nothing too crazy. I mean, relatively speaking. So some carnage, but again, nothing too severe. And it's single file, multi groove, you name it. So
yeah,
had a little bit of everything, and just shows the wide range of skill that these guys got, and that was on full display tonight. And thank you, Blaine, for bringing me on for this one. That was awesome as always. And
man, are you able to do it?
Back up here.
You able to do it next Friday as well?
Possibly. I'll have to kind of wait and see, but
cool.
For right now, I certainly wouldn't mind.
Yeah, keep me posted, man, because I know it's tough for Rod to make it in on Friday night sometimes. So if you're able to do it, you're in.
Right on, my man. I love it.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, thanks again, of course, to Andrew for sitting in the co-host seat. It makes it a lot easier to broadcast these things with the second person. So thank you very much. And yeah, thanks to Graham McDonald for getting us in here to do this with Keith Bynum and his whole admin crew up there. And race number 2 next Friday. Tarnation TV also live on Sunday at ASR Super Speedway Series, where we race more at Talladega. Why not, right? Let's get the job done. But yeah, as always, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.